No, he doesn't have a different strategy. He's not bright at all. So the tariff thing real quick is, in the 1890s, we had tariffs and we had no income tax.
So Patrick McDavid says a few things on his podcast, and boom, here we go again. Cenk's back on camera, fired up, losing it like how he always does. And of course, Anna Kasparian's right there too, chiming in on cue. Now look, we've seen this before. Patrick says something that ruffles feathers, and just like clockwork, Cenk launches into one of those classic full-volume rants, mad at the right, mad at the world, mad at everything. Let's check out the clip and watch Cenk hit full meltdown mode over what PBD had to say.
First 100 days, Trump, what do you give him?
Overall, first 100 days, I give it a C+.
C+.
C.
B-, C-.
Those were the gentlemen over at the Patrick Bet-David podcast, huge Trump supporters who are willing to call Trump out when they don't believe he is doing a good job in keeping true to his promises and actually delivering for his voters. So on Tuesday, the hosts basically gave him poor grades for his first 100 days in office, Cenk.
Yeah, they did, which is weird because I was told that they would never break from Trump, but here they are giving him C minuses. So that must not be true. There must be a different reality. Oh, right, no, that actually did happen. Now, guys, that doesn't mean that they've turned on Trump and they're gonna tell everybody to vote for Kamala Harris. Okay? They're on the right. That's not the question. The question is, are they going to be honest about Trump's downside?
Exactly, and you know what? I want to do stories like this so I can help people understand there is a distinction between the hacks, and those hacks exist. People like Carrie Lake talking about how Trump deserves an A+ for his first 100 days. And then there are people who are honest. And in this case, you have the Patrick Bet-David podcast and members within that podcast, taking a good hard look at the first 100 days and speaking truth in regard to what they liked Trump for, what they wanted Trump to do, and whether or not Trump is actually delivering on those promises. So let's start with Tom Ellsworth and Adam Sosnick, who actually took issue with how Trump has been handling the economy.
An A- on the plan, but a C- on the execution. I thought he had too many things going at once, picking on the Fed, Powell, but I gave the plan an A, but the execution got messy.
I thought that the first, month was awesome. He was signing all these executive orders, he's doing his thing. And then April 2nd, Liberation Day, where he liberated America of like $5 trillion worth of wealth. And nobody saw it coming. So I don't understand the methodology for what he was doing with Liberation Day.
So the Trump tariffs, I think, have really served as a breaking point for the more honest Trump supporters who really did think that Trump 2.0 would be as good for the economy as Trump 1.0, but obviously that has not come to fruition, at least not yet. In fact, we haven't even really suffered the true consequences of this tariff war yet. And the LA port is reporting that pretty soon they're going to experience a very significant decline in products coming into the port, which will lead to some real trouble at grocery stores and real trouble for American consumers who are looking to buy certain products that are now going to be slapped with massive tariffs.
Look, y'all, I get it. Cenk and Anna, they live for the drama. They probably love going off on Patrick McDavid, but deep down, they can't stand that he's just being honest. Something the left refuses to do. Tell me this. When's the last time legacy media or any of these folks on the left seriously held Biden or Obama accountable while they were in office? You already know the answer. Crickets. No real pressure, no real smoke. But Patrick, he calls it like it is. And that's why people respect him. Is Trump perfect? Nah. Has he had the right and nailed everything? Definitely not, but at least they'll admit when something's off. They're not out here acting like it's sunshines and rainbows. That's the difference. And yeah, folks are emotional right now, especially when you bring up China. But the truth is, they've been flooding the world with cheap goods, stealing ideas, and undercutting American businesses for years. That's cost us trillions in job wages and innovation. This shift, it had to happen. It's not going to be easy, but if we hold the line and build smarter, this country is going to come out stronger on the other side. If you're feeling this kind of content, go ahead and hit that like and stick around because we're just getting started, guys.
So look, I've gone on that show a couple of times, and I've agreed and disagreed with them on a number of things. So I know that they actually use their minds, and they're on the right, and so we mainly disagree, right? But they have internal fights. Vinny and Adam, big fight on Israel. There's a lot that Adam is more on our side than the rest usually, but not on Israel, right? Oh, you know why? Because they're human and they have different opinions. Wow. Okay, so that's like these days you have to explain that to folks. Anyway, but Adam said nobody saw it coming. Well, let's be fair. We saw it coming, right? So no one believed that Trump would do the crazy things that he said he would do if they were on the right. Right? On the right, they were like, oh, he's trolling. He's this, he's that. He's not really going to do tariffs. He's actually a brilliant strategist. And I was like, I don't think so. I think he's a dum-dum.
I have to speak for myself because I didn't see it coming. I didn't. I actually thought that Trump's tariffs on China were smart, targeted, and obviously were good enough for Biden to want to keep in place and even expand upon. I thought that Trump was going to be doing similar things in his second term, but no, he's totally lost it.
No, I thought he would be unhinged because I know Trump. He's unhinged. He's not a smart guy, never has been, never will be. He's a child. I mean, you could tell from the truth. I mean, guys, there's this great man myth that we were all taught when we were kids in the American educational system, like George Washington is a great man. You could never be like George Washington, and on with all the great men. No, they're all human beings, right? And they were in a situation, etc. Now, that's why they put Trump into that category. He was president of the United States. So even though you're seeing with your own eyes his true social posts that are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you go, I know, but great man, he's president, he must have a different strategy. No, he doesn't have a different strategy. He's not bright at all. So the tariff thing real quick is, in the 1890s, we had tariffs and we had no income tax. So I think we can get rid of the income tax.
Yeah, say what you want about Patrick McDavid, but at least he's willing to speak on the stuff most folks are scared to touch. And when people like Cenk and Anna flip out over it, that just shows the truth's hitting a nerve. At the end of the day, it's not about left or right. It's about who's being real, who's asking the tough questions, and who actually gives a damn about the future of this country. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you're tired of the noise and want more content that cuts through the bullshit, do me a favor and like the video. Drop a comment and subscribe to the channel. We don't do fake over here. See y'all in the next one. Peace.